Hey guys, I probably won't talk a lot in this video, and that's probably a lie, because you know I never shut up. Hey fishing. Hey big tank Hank. Just coming on to do a little bit of rambling while I'm feeding fish, and hey James. I do kind of owe people an update on the new Fugu puffer, so you can see he's hasn't slowed down at all. There he is. He races around. He's a good eater. Sorry for flashing you guys in my t-shirt and long checkered boxer shorts, but if I hadn't told you they were boxers, you probably thought they were just shorts. Here's the squirrel. Yep. Oh, you got those golden neons? Thanks, James. You didn't need to do that. Also, there's the underwear shot again. Ed had taught me a cool trick about photographing fish, which makes perfect sense. We're seeing through to the other side of the fireplace. That's what I thought, James. To keep glare completely out of your picture, you go all the way up to the glass and put the camera right at the glass. You see it's trying to focus on things rushing by. Recon, I'm glad you're on here. Hey Ginger. Hey Susan. He's going to be calling you in a little bit. I've never talked to you on the phone, but it looks like we're going to be having a change of plans tomorrow. At this point, if we come, or if I come, it will be by myself. Just a series of events has precluded most of the group from coming. So I'm trying to decide if at this advanced age I want to drive 3 hours or 6 hours in a day by myself. I can do it, I just not sure I want to do it, but it might be good to spend that time alone. Yeah, I had told her, Ginger, that you had other plans, so. James had the stuff come up at work and having to work 18-hour days, so it's really putting a cramp on him. I didn't see that. I'm glad you let me know. Is it in the community? Yeah, it's a club that's trying to form, so. I also thought about just not coming to that meeting, Susan, because of course I would never join a club 3 hours from me when there's one 20 minutes away. Hey, Jeremy, good to see you in here. Okay, I'll check it out. Thanks for letting me know that. Hey, Kent. Hey, Daniel, keeping fish. But if you're still up to going to the fish store afterward, I might do that. But again, that's a long way to drive. So we'll see. At this point, I probably won't, Susan, but I'll let you know something later today if that's okay. It's already later today, isn't it? Ed's, yeah. Hey, Carrie. Thanks, Chevy. You too. Hey, Sherry. Carrie, Chevy, Sherry, and Carrie. Hey, Mrs. B, Angie. So sorry about the live stream yesterday. I took Toby You guys that follow know that's the paralyzed Chihuahua, and took him over to meet Lolly, and they did great. He was really curious about what she was, and especially when she climbed down and walked over to us, and that guy looks beat up there. I'm gonna have to check into that. He looks beat up. Damsels are like cichlids, guys, you know, just all of a sudden they start on one, and I need to pull that guy out to the QT tank, which will be fun to get him out of all those rocks, but I will. It's the yellow wrasse I talked about that I wanted and got finally. But yeah, those guys met up, and yeah, I got the newsletter, Susan. I opened it to make sure it was there, and just flashing again there. I'm sorry, the sun stoked about my Jack Dempsey looks on dark substrate. This color's really, okay. I haven't tried that. Mine are just on like pea gravel. And that's what I need to be doing, is taking them to Chattanooga, some of them the babies, and taking them back where they came from. But just feel like it's like giving up a pet to a shelter or something almost. Not quite that, but yeah, these guys are just getting some bloodworms and so forth. There's Linus, the other puffer that, there I am again. The other puffer that Char, named after Diva. There he is, there's Linus. Those guys get along fine now. They go even after the same piece of food and pull it apart, and I think that the Fugu was just really terrified, had never been with fish his size or bigger, and so that worked out. But back to yesterday, I couldn't get a signal once I got inside. I went ahead and started the camera and went live in the car, and then when I got out, or the truck, I lost my Wi-Fi from the truck. And they have Wi-Fi there in the shop, but it just never would, I couldn't get a strong enough signal to live stream. God, those sexy legs. I'm sorry, guys. I have the blinds closed and it's still doing that. This is where I got to on the algae. And I have to get it on a step stool, and I use that squeegee thing, which works great. Also, this stand is going to be finished out like that one over there, and have storage under it and doors that open and all that. You know it, Ginger. You know it, girl. If I could get my waist like my arms and legs, I would probably be off the blood pressure medicine, the cholesterol medicine. What else? Something else anyway. Oh, diabetes. The list goes on. Anywho, I am working on the algae. I could probably spend that time I'm driving finishing this algae removal up. I do like to keep algae in here though, for some of the fish really love to pick at it, and it's an important part of their diet. Like, where's that guy at? Where is that guy? There's a tang in here. We call it flame fin. Oh, really? Yeah, he doubled one of mine last time, Susan, and stress really affects mine, and it affects my memory terribly. I actually went ahead and decided to go ahead and be disabled, not so much because of stress, but because of my back and neck and all that. And I really cut back on what I was doing at the art, because I just couldn't believe all the stuff I was doing. Is Cowboy in here? How many people are in here, guys? 15. Awesome. Ginger, you need to make, really, yeah, just that stress. It's amazing. I'm not going to tell you guys examples because it was just like I was, um, um, what am I trying to say, had Alzheimer's, or but I had, of course, went and was tested for all that and didn't. They told me I'd had the first stroke, didn't know it, and they also said it was stress, and I'm like, no way. So finally, when I started doing something about it, howdy, cowboy, or how do, I think that's what I usually say. I still haven't got a gimbal, and went out to get one somewhere and did not. The little puffers, oh God, stay away from those legs. There's one of them. Those guys have been hanging out there, 4 of them. Yeah, I'm going to have to, Susan. I've kind of gone from being one of those type A personalities that goes and being in charge and always being the manager, the director, the whatever, and then doing the same thing for 20 years at the Ark. And so I've really been trying to give a lot of my responsibilities to people that really should have them. So it's been a process of letting go of that, and then making sure they have the info and the tools and all that stuff to do their jobs well. But sometimes I don't always do that. So I'm not the best teacher, I've found out, and that's probably why I decided not to teach nursing. And of course, I never finished my bachelor's. I still needed a couple of hours in that, but really? Oh God, I don't need any surgery. Yeah, I just gotta make some changes, more changes. That's where I wiped off the back of this tank with a salty water rag, and it streaked it. Oh, it's all down in there, isn't it? So anyway, nothing really special. Just wanted to let you guys know I gained 8 pounds, so blood pressure is, yeah. Oh, you have fatty liver. You gotta, well, I know you are. I can't tell you how many patients I had that had transplants, Susan, just for fatty liver. Most people think it's alcohol and drug abuse, and that's a very small percentage. Well, maybe 20 or 25%, I'd say. Hey, I see Brandon's on here. People are saying hey to him. Always a pleasure to have you, Brandon. Yeah, Tylenol, well, that's drug, but Tylenol is a real common reason for liver transplant. People keep taking more and more for pain. Yeah, most of them aren't, Susan. I don't have any liver disease. See how common it is? There's Ginger. Yeah, fatty liver. Cats get fatty liver disease pretty easy, and it's not a commonly known thing, but yeah, they can get fatty liver disease. Poor Father Fish, his stream this morning, he was so excited about Valentine's Day, and had his fedora on and his brim. And by the way, on his channel in the community page, he had written an ode to Fish Fam women, I think's what it was called, or Fish Fam ladies. Oh, you did, Susan? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I got to see it, and I stuck through till almost the end. Carrie. Hey, Alice. Oh, really? Well, that's what I did, my peeps, the last, 10 years. I worked at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, the dark side, so I could sit in a cubicle and at a desk. And finally, they let me come home like the last 6 years because I kept saying, I'm taking disability, I'm quitting. And so they let me work from home, and had a really nice office set up. And that was nice. I didn't abuse it. Because there are only 5 people that do that for the state. So when they train you, they want to make sure you stay. But I had so many cases of liver and lots and lots and lots of kidneys and dealing with the dialysis charges and just on and on. So the stem cells were the most interesting to follow. Not that the others weren't, but stem cells always a lot of change and a lot of to keep up with and a lot of experimental stuff and a lot of things were HACO. A lot of things were experimental in stem cells, so you would, and a lot of the self-funded groups like TVA or Little Debbie, those kind of things, they have that in their contract language that they don't pay for that. So people think when they get a denial for it that it's Blue Cross Blue Shield, but you're just administering the benefits that person has through their employer. But I have many times, gone to medical directors to override that, and pay the $400,000 or whatever for that transplant. So it's being an advocate for people and all that. Just have to do it for yourself sometimes. And I think nurses and a lot of caregivers. Yeah, I know, Susan. At one time, I was a responsible, intelligent person. But I don't want to be that person now. I want to just be silly and play with fish. Oh, I'm sure, Recon. Yeah, one thing for sure is used to be smarter. I used to know things. Cichlids definitely, especially South Americans, they really bond to you and make a relationship. And just like these guys are like, fool, what are you, F-O-O, not fool, fool, what are you standing there for? I have been feeding them a little bit. That's one of the ones I added to the group. He's supposed to be the mate to the one that got the swim bladder issue during the crisis and the move. So here you guys go. There you go. But yeah, these guys, I'll be sitting in there, back there somewhere at the breakfast table and look this way. And they'll be sitting there looking at me, watching me. So they're pretty cool. Get them all some food in here and let them eat. That's one thing about jacks is they can eat most anything, and they've got one of those grinding, crushing things in the back of their throat. There's a fancy name for that I never tried to memorize. A lot of fish can't do that. The geos can, but it has to be something small. There's some of the new geos from Dan and the little keyhole cichlids. They're doing great. I didn't clean this side of the tank, so forgive me. Please, there's one of the Synodontis out. Somebody always tells me what they are and I don't remember. I need to make a list of my fish. Just do that in all my leisure time. And I need to escape this tank. I've got tons of the plants like Scott was talking about from Hobby Lobby to put in here, and I just need to get that done. Yeah, that's a pretty one. There's a smaller one that's a different species, and I forget. I think it's Dave that always says. Thanks, Ginger. I just wish I could see them. I don't know if this bacteria blames maybe Cole. I sometimes guess what it is, and I get told what it really is. It may be. That fish came from where Lolly is, and he had it in with the goldfish, and I asked him about it, and he said, yeah, somebody had to bring it back for whatever reason. Whoa. And it's really a $40 or $50 fish for anyone that's ever bought one, and especially that size. It's probably 8 inches. I don't know. It doesn't look that big because these fish are so big and it's a big tank. A jaguar cichlid. Boy, Ginger, that would sort your tank out, wouldn't it? They'd take 2/3 of that tank when they breed unless you have a special tank for them. Look at this. You see who's still staring? The Severums, the South American cichlids. I've kind of suspected that that lady there that was by herself in with my big Tetra tank, and I moved over here, that was one of the reasons to get the 180, is kind of trying to take up with the dominant male fish in here, but that's his mate. They've been mated a long time, and in fact, they spawned in here. You guys might remember last week, and the eggs were gone the next day, or 2 days later, so I suspect them or the catfish got them, but they never hatch. They're always infertile. Is a bully. I was going to try to look at her tail fin because she got part of it broke off in the move. Boy, that move was awful. And that's one thing to be said for those plexiglass tanks. They're not going to break. That's like the Chihuahuas, Ginger. They're tiny, but they have no idea. These guys haven't had all they're gonna eat, and they know it. I'm starting to get some algae on this tank, which is good. Tiny but mighty, Mighty Mouse. Will be AFK. AFK, don't tell me. Okay, tell me, I give up. What's AFK? Unless it's something you can't say, and that's why it's, oh, okay. Thanks, Recon. I hadn't heard that one before. Didn't just forget it. But I used to spend a lot of time and not proud or ashamed of it, but in like the AOL fish groups and dog groups and stuff like that. And I picked up all those. Ah, Jeremy. So now I know what AFK means. Well, that cyano's easy to take care of for sure. Hey, Lily. How's it going down in Florida? I bet it's cool there today. Oh, yeah. I still have AOL because that's what the ARPS account is on, and we've got over 10,000 mailing list, and we've tried to get it out of there and put it on Gmail. It does get cool down there sometimes, Cole. It does. I used to live in Jacksonville, which is right on the line with South Georgia, but I've had to bring my plants in and stuff for frost. I was there 16 years. Yes, that's what we do, carry meds. I manually remove all I can and then do meds. And it's the same with the red algae that saltwater gets, because I was freaking out when I got red. Look at these guys. I haven't fed them nearly enough yet. Last night they had giant krill chopped up. Oh, that really helps, I'm sure. Yeah, it's strange weather we have. What did the line say in The Wizard of Oz? Strange weather we're having lately, ain't it? The Cowardly Lion. Guys, Lily is British and has a beautiful British accent, and like Ginger, like myself, like a lot of us, likes to narrate and talk about her tanks and share what's going on and just have a conversation. I don't know if you live stream any though, Lily. I haven't seen you live stream. That would be nice. But her videos, unlike Ginger and I, are short and to the point. But she's a good photographer, so check her out if you haven't. I'm glad you popped up there, Lily Beaumont. Yeah, check her out if you're looking for cool channels. She keeps guppies, and then she got interested in rainbow fish, and so she has those as well now. I'm going to do like a 60%. Hey, Beta Time Stories. Yeah, you should, Lily. It's I'm just doing on what you call it, YouTube. I just go to my channel and push the little camera and then the go live button, and it asks for the title. So I usually haven't thought that far. So you have to stop and do that. And then it wants to take a snapshot for a thumbnail. And you have to make sure it's not looking at you, that it's looking the other way. Boy, this 180 filled up fast. Don't use a MacBook camera. "21 people in here and 18 likes. Thank you, guys. My hours are really coming up, my watch hours. I had 1.6 when I met my, I know, way away from the 4,000, but I had 1.6 when I was, oh, Lily, you're a nice looking lady. I've seen you. You showed your picture not long ago. In fact, put it on your thumbnail. Who is it? Duncan, the drunken discus or something? He's always talking to Lily and calling her flower and stuff like that. So, and she just rolls with it. Like she had hurt her back recently, and I guess, Lily, you're probably close to my age. I think you're younger than I am, actually. You look younger, that's for sure. But she had hurt her back somehow and had mentioned that. And he was like, "My kitten or my flower, how did you do that? Jumping off the dresser or something like that." So, and she just goes right along with it. Yeah, I know. Me too, Lily. I love doing the comments. One thing I've noticed is that I've just been liking comments, acknowledging them, and I really want to get back to trying to comment, even if it's just thank you. But once you get over 1,000 subs, or even getting up to there, like 800, low battery, so that means we only have like 5 hours left. This battery never dies. I mean, it does have an awesome battery on it. All right, let's feed these guys some more. I need to be doing water changes. And I could, if I were smart, I would have started that, wouldn't I? Before I started the stream. Well, I had a iPhone 6C, I think, and that's what all of my other vids were done on. And the difference, of course, you can't really tell it when you're looking at something like this. Yeah, I know. She got some Tetras. I can't remember. What were those called, Lily? And they came in with this color, and the color was created by, I read up on them because I had not heard of them. And they were, do you want? Tell him to stop being small-minded. It's ugly. Looking back to see what happened back there without trying to mod somebody or trying to. Welcome back, Susan. Let's see what people mean about the comments. Are you talking about Duncan? Carrie? Why don't you, oh, you can't use a, that's right, the Python. Yes, there were gold Tetras, but not any I had seen. And she got, I think, the whole school of them because they stayed in the store, and the color was really unique. And I looked them up, And it said that they secreted something and that contributed to that color. And, oh, is it coal that's being bad? Okay, that doesn't surprise me now. Um, Anywho, that secretion helped them not to get ick and things. So when they got white spot, which is another name for ick, the more common name. You're not bad, Cole, but you're 16 years old. Just say that, okay? I'm not talking down to you. I respect you a lot. And I love your channel. I'm not talking down to you. If I sound like it, I apologize. You're a very smart guy, regardless of what age you are. Who's taking snapshots of you? Like those you did of Dan? Those were so funny. And I had to mention this morning in Father Fish's stream when he froze up, his expression wasn't nearly as funny as Dan's. Oh, your friend? What's he doing with the snapshots? For watching, right now. Gotcha. Okay. Just ignore him. When people do that, it's for attention. And a lot of times, like even in a chat, drama, people need the attention. They feel like it makes them relevant in their mind. So just ignore them, and you don't give them what they want. When you do, a lot easier said than done. Hey, Cody, son. But yeah, if you ignore them, they go away. Good, Lily. Good. I always hate to hear when somebody has back issues because mine will always be with me. There's several of us older people on YouTube that have chronic pain issues, and mine is so bad that I really look forward to my epidural, and epidurals hurt, let me tell you, but 5 minutes after that, I have relief. So, and it lasts a couple of weeks. Because it has steroid, you can only get one a month, so, but I'll take those couple of weeks. Is there anything y'all specifically want to see? I mean, not like a tour, but chronic back pain, failed back surgery. Yeah, that's one reason I've been very selective, Ginger. You know, being a nurse, you see the results of these things, and one thing you never, ever, like not stirring the substrate, never, ever, or vacuuming it. Don't do it, I've got more trouble confronting other people. Well, I understand, Cole, but think about this, the passive people control the world. You got to think about that, but passive people do control the world. Finally figured that out when I'd been in management for a while, and that's when I was being called the Velvet Hammer. Oh, so you know, Chevy. Yeah, I get mine cervically. I don't get a lumbar anymore. I did have half of a disc taken out down there, and if I had it to do over, I wouldn't. But it doesn't give me much trouble. The rainbows. Bob Steenfott I just saw something pop up from him. I don't know if it was a comment or he's posted a video, but I'm getting some of those real light powder blue ones that you didn't get, Ginger, I don't think. They're real pastel because I've never seen them. I made a mistake. Well, we all make mistakes. Hey, Anthony. All right. Ginger wants to see the rain. I didn't know you like rainbows, Ginger. You responded to him. Well, if you watch the results of that cull, and again, it's very hard when someone's right in your face, you know. And even those people that are mimes, you know, or the British, the Royal Guard or whatever they are, they don't respond. But sometimes you'll see vids of them like they have to respond, you know. Somebody spits on you or stomps on your foot or something. It's hard not to respond. And of course, that's assault, so that's going way too far. There's the other little Synodontis. Yeah, get back out here. He rushed over there in the wood. There he goes. I kind of like him better because he's got that flag tail. He did cost $40, $39.99, and that's what they go for. But he's not the same. He likes that big board that's stuck down there. I just cleaned my Tidal, plug for Tidal filters and the intake sponges. There he comes back. Are you gone, Susan? Lily, thank you for thinking of me. You posted a video a couple of weeks ago, I guess. Yeah, there you go. Well, at least when I live stream, there's some semblance of sanity to it because I'm trying to watch the chat and answer questions. Hey, gorgeous. I don't know if Lily left or Susan left. That's the ones that I just got 4 little guys. Well, they're the little ones beside him or her. All right, guys. There's that finger again. All right, here's one last squirt, and we'll be back with some pellets in a bit and flakes. It's really a good idea to feed some, gosh, I don't know who made all that, threw all that stuff on that table, laundry, a cat, whatever. And let's see, we got puppies in here taking naps on their pads. Yeah, you gonna bark at the camera? Yeah. Here's Yazzie and Milo's little steps. It looks like yours. Oh, cool. With all of the stuff, you mean sitting around? Oh, hey guys, I threw in, some of these oh God, let me sit down so you can't see my drawers. Underwear. This one's definitely not for kids, is it? But I threw all these plants in here, making sure that there are no, I might quit this channel. Oh, that's somebody venting something, edits. See, I don't have to worry about those edits. But I just threw the stuff in and basically whatever I had in my hand stuck along the back. I don't know, Ginger. I can edit some things. Like I add my channel logo and of course put titles and tags and stuff, but that's pretty much. Welcome back, Recon. Does that mean class is over or no? Yeah, well, one thing's for sure, there's some gorgeous videos like Aquarium Co-op and those that Jimmy's done for Corey, which is every video, I think. And then Jimmy has some incredible, otherworldly videos or so. Oh, there's something on that glass. What do y'all think about the lizard stuff? Should I put it in pots? Should I try to arrange it better? should I ungroup the stuff? The reason I laid them back there is they won't stay standing up. Oh, cool, Ginger. I can't wait to hear that. Give me some feedback on that. I tried to turn some of them different ways. I am not Susie's daughter. She has a voice better than mine too when I'm singing her song all the time. I'm like, that doesn't sound like that. Later, peeps. Yeah, there are tutorials there. I started telling y'all earlier and rambled off on something else that, oh, imagine that. There's Dharma. What is Dharma looking at? What's she looking at? I see. Yazi. She sees Yazi. You like that Yazi, don't you? She likes that little Yazi. Yeah, he's like a little toy, all 4 pounds, huh? I've heard some people, well, just a couple people say something about how bad the iMovie is, or I'm not sure what they're talking about. Because I have it on, yeah, you're one of her fans, Ginger. For sure. Hey, Sickly Bros. Welcome. Well, what I was going to say and got distracted again is the standard's been set so high by those videos I mentioned, and some people really want to do that and they like that, and that's fine, that's their thing. But sometimes they expect you to do the same, or they'll comment about you didn't do this or you didn't do that. I don't like that. I don't want YouTube to be another job that I have to feel like I have to perform a certain way. You know, if people want to do that, that's fine. And I watch their videos, so I enjoy them. But don't get after me because mine are sloppy and because my hand shakes and things are out of focus. This new camera does help some, but I am still going to get a gimbal. Maybe today. Oh no, Jimmy's, in a class by himself. And I love his videos. I absolutely love what he does. But you hear him say how much work it is, and that's his job. I don't want a job like that. And I'm not capable of learning all that stuff. And don't want to learn it. I have other things I want to do. Hey, Mr. B. Yeah, I'm not rushing out to up my game anytime soon. You know, it's supposed to, that's why it's called YouTube. It's, you know, what you do and what you want to do. And I think, just my opinion, just one old man's opinion, we've gotten away from that a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Brandon. I'll be quiet about it. That's what you and Lily are saying is exactly what I'm rambling about. All right, let's get Ginger some rainbow fish. Let me get my, there. I wasn't smart enough to look around the camera. Good God. They say a messy desk is a sign of mental illness, and if it is, cray, but you guys know I am anyway, so. All right. One thing, sorry guys, talk about raw video. This tank is stocked to the max, and I have been doing parameters on it. We were talking about checking for parameters. There's another one of my wave makers unstuck. Yeah, and that's a nice thing to do. But I've wanted to do that too, like without having to pause the camera for an hour, but it's hard to do that for a month. I do really enjoy and try to learn from people that are good photographers, like when Jimmy does his tutorials. I have taken away quite a bit from that and been able to apply some of it with my very limited skills. And like I said, Chattanooga Ed has taught me some things, like the glare. If you go right up to the tank, there's no reflection, no glare. Of course, you're right on the fish. Yeah, these are rainbows, and they're also I forget the Danio's names, but they're the orange fin, and they really colored up. And they're also in there with the Chopra Danios that came from Dan, but I also had Zebra Danios and Chopra Danios in here from Rachel. I also have a bunch of Cardinal Tetras in here, some big ones. Oh, thanks, Brandon. That was nice. Oh, Lily, will you probably get some tips along the way there? But what else? Those green Tetras. I was going to have some golden neon Tetras, but James got them. He's holding them hostage. That's some of the green neons. They tend to score pretty tightly. See that plant's almost dug out by the Waymaker. I mean, askew. I like the Waymakers with the magnets, but I haven't seen any of those around lately. Those guys are gorgeous. Those are from Dan's Fish a couple of years ago when I first got into rainbows. There's my single lonely yellow one. Ginger, a single lonely yellow one. Ginger, doesn't he look lonely? And he swims with the other. There's a Madagascar. That's one of the big ones. Got 2 or 3 in here. That is one of those little small turtle rafts, and it's that apparatus is so that it can go down and float back up, like if the turtle gets on it. And I put it in here because someone said it would be good. Well, it didn't want to float down. Okay. But I'm going to be taking it out. Oh, it's sliding down, so it's not moving. It's not. Now it popped off there, so good. I'm going to take it apart and leave it like that anyway. But what happened is one of my rope fish got on it and got out because it had been in here a long time, and that the first night it did that. So I got a big rope fish to replace it, and guess what? It got out too after about a week. Neither one of them made it, so I'm finished with rope fish. I have the one in here that we got in Atlanta when we met you, Ginger. It was out in the truck all that time we were in Aquatic Critters. These guys look like they want a little more food. Say so. What's going on with George? It's so hard to see anything at all. Well, you see I have the water down some, but I don't even know how they managed unless they got on the rim somehow in there because it's all glass. Oh, you did? What did you stream about, Jake? Were you at home? Were you looking at your fish tanks? Somebody's got, that sounds like clickbait. Well, my $30,000 tarantula, no, my tarantula just ate a $30,000 meal. I couldn't afford that now. Guys, what happened? Hey, Daniken, welcome. I did not see your message, Danica, at the end, but someone did and messaged and sent it to me, and I was about to go live when I saw it, so I will definitely follow up with it when I get through rambling here. Oh, what happened, Aqua Balls? You guys haven't seen the video. It's been maybe a year. I followed you a long time, Aqua Balls. He had his kids on a video. A while back, and he was talking about their health and their care and that kind of thing. So check that out. I don't know what the title is. I want to say it was a year ago, maybe more. Stomach bug. You said they're going to do a chest x-ray though. Yeah, with muscular dystrophy, those pulmonary things are nasty. Here we go. Get some of the Tetras to eat. Alright guys, you heard that. Be sure and send prayers to George and his little boy. Really, they're really strict up there. I get the medicines thing, and I think we'll see that here in my lifetime probably. The bad thing about those meds is you can't really stock up on them because they do have expiration dates. Hey, Rounded Rob. See anything you like, Ginger, other than my one yellow? There's one of the big cardinals coming out. There's two of them. I got a bunch of those guys. And guys, this is that Father Fish tank. I think I just said a day or two ago that I don't ever show it, but I was doing updates on it. But my gosh, look at this. It has gone totally bonkers. And I never, ever, ever touch the substrate. And look, these are some plants that were cultured, and I let them stay in the culture thing too long. I don't think they're going to survive. I probably had twice that much down there. And I've got some others I need to get out. I just noticed these weren't as green anymore and tried to salvage them. So we'll see. If not, they're going to work into the system and be good food for these guys. Thanks, Cody. I also started to talk about my watch hours, and when I hit my 1,000 subs, oh, you still have the plants I sent you, Lily? Awesome. Yeah, that's those Hygrophila. I don't know why, but it bugs me because that's one I can pronounce. But when I hear people that should know better say Hygrophilia, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard. It's Hygrophila. It was the willow. It has willow in the name, and it's a stem plant. That's okay. I say lots. Most things I say, I'm sure, are cringeworthy. Right, Ginger. Exactly. I love Rose accent. We were talking on the phone a little bit earlier, and it was about canceling the trip and all that to Alabama. Thanks, Ginger. You don't need to do that because I could ramble on another hour if I had time, but I've got to get some things. Happy Valentine's Day. Have a safe trip. Lots of people on the road. Sound like your mom, don't I? got quiet in here, so gonna venture a look. And there's Mr. Toby with his catheter sticking out, and he's asleep. There's Winston, the terrier. That's a piece of a leaf over there. Have all these trees and things all over the driveway, and I'm too lazy to get out there and blow it, so that one especially tracks stuff in. Why am I explaining to you? I don't care. Yeah, most of them are getting old, Jake, but that's Daniel. He's my Beagle Blue Tick. He's an an old gray face hound now. So there's those three, and I see a couple of bed. Oh, there's little Rico. I don't know if you can make out his face under the bed. For some reason, he likes to pull the little beds under there. They're cat beds. He's actually on a bed too in the middle there. You can see it. It's a cat bed. But I think there are two others up there on the bed. The two that were up there when I came in. So yeah, we'll have walk time after this. And they have their double water bowls here. I had to stop keeping water out all the time for them. Big bed, tiny dogs. Yeah. Well, when they're all six up there and me, it is a tiny bed. Ginger's gone, but these are the Goldie-eyed Kai from Lucas. Those are the guys that are super rare from Gary Lang. Their eggs sell for I don't know how much, just their eggs in the mail. And then there's another one coming around. And there's the pumpkin Sonai. Fire in the water. Like I said the other day, I want to get these guys up where I can take care of the tank better and see them better. Look at that. Wow. But it's a 40 breeder on the bottom of this, so that to get it off there, you have to take the whole stand down. So moving the fish is the second option, so I'm working on that. There's also some precox, whatever. Yeah, there's one of them. The dwarf, yeah, they're in there also. A few of them. And lots of them back in there hidden, or the rest of them. That's the biggest. That male is shy. He knows I want him on camera. Maybe Ginger can see the replay. My plan originally was to put these guys in the 180, and because they'll stay in the middle to the top, you know, they don't feed off the bottom. Got some laser quarries in here. I think 5 or 6 of those guys. They're the orange, as you can see. Those Goldie-eyed Kai don't look like much at a glance, but when you start looking at their fins, comes one of the dwarfs. Another reason I don't like them down here is they don't see anything but my legs walking by sometimes, so they get a little spooked when I'm actually down here looking at them. See, they're all gone. My tank is full of rainbows. So maybe when I get the 180, there's plants in it and some rocks and all the wood, and the fish kind of stake out territories. They'll want to stay, you know, more so in their areas, and I can add the rainbows then. All right, I missed everything that was said the last couple of minutes. Daniel's leaving us. See you, Daniel. Thank you. up. Trying to get back to my little bed comments. Bob has it on. There's another low battery warning. So we will be mindful of that. Oh, there we go. Back to talking about the dogs. Hey, William. Lily, that's not a fair deal. Oh, golly. Take a bag of guppies. Doing great, William. Just rambling and talking and walking and checking out what's going on. Not sure if that plant's going to make it. There's several of them. The one right in the center. It's trying. It does have some roots and it's putting out some new growth, so we shall see. There's the cave. I haven't seen it in a while. I don't think anything uses it unless the quarries go in sometimes. Yeah, because it's you guys and you know that I just do anything on camera. I'm going to shake and shake and shake and try to reattach this wave maker with one hand. Of course, I'm using my right hand, which is, yes, I'm right-handed. There we go. All right. Definitely not the same tank without the wave maker. There we go. I know, right? I don't know how these are supposed to be waterproof or what. I don't want to find out. Yeah, see, I said that it dug that up. So also, let me do a little planting here. These guys don't have much roots, I know that, so I'm sure they get a lot out of the water column. Yeah, that looks better. I'm sure it likes it better. Oh, you have a big house near you, Fish Kid Jake? Like that sells fish? How that all blew that up into a mound there. I'll probably just leave it alone and let it settle itself back down. I think there are a couple of the big owls, Carrie. I think they actually have one down in California or somewhere. I may be wrong about that. Sucking a little air in there. I love it when it does that. Walmart. Yeah, I remember those. Big Al's has awesome. If you guys haven't checked, oh, here they come. Is horrid. There we go. Those are the green tetras, which are obviously related to neons and cardinals, and they have more green on them than anything. They enjoyed that, obviously. I bet they go back around and come back again. Oh yeah, Big Al's. I've got a lot of stuff that came from Big Al's. Mostly equipment. Well, it all is equipment, dry goods. I ordered a couple years ago when they had a sale. I did a big unboxing on it. Catfish are glad for that current, so they can sit here and things come by to them. I guess I'll feed these guys a little more since they are owed more. I like the ropefish to come out. It usually does when I put bloodworms in. Oh, that's mysis shrimp, the white stuff. And they love that. It's a little bit bigger than frozen brine, so. Yeah, it seems I only have the one stir-by in here. He's back there a little bit. There he is back there. But he swims with these guys. But I need to get him a stir-by in there. No, that may not be him either. It's not. That's the big one. There's the stir-by. There he comes. A stir-by with him, so I'm gonna look around and see what I've got. Got 9 Corys, Lily. That's a good start. Let's see. There's Mama and her fry over here, Bob. Hey, Mama. All of her little fries. And these guys haven't eaten either today. Carrie. Okay, there's what I'm looking for. Some of the cats. Wow. Hang on, Toby. Got 2 kinds of Corys in here. These are not nearly all of them. But I was thinking I had an odd. There's one, an odd stir-by. There he is. Or she is. I think the one over in the other tank's a female. And this one could possibly be male. I'm moving because pop-ups are coming up. You guys, of course, don't see those. I forget the name of the saddled Corys, but see, they go on back. And they're probably more back there. I lost my pandas, all of them recently, and I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. I had the long fins. Touching the sound buttons because they didn't ask me where to put them. They're in my way. And there's one tetra over here that I have no idea how it got here unless it came in as an egg. I don't know. See if Mom left them. Yeah, Mom left them to come up and eat. That's the dad right there. Here's Mom. See, she's yellow. And I don't know which is the other little female that spawned, but then lost her fry. That might be her there. Here's Mr. Black Ghost Knifefish. He's doing like a shed thing. So I'm watching him real close. See on his sides, those opaque areas. He's done that before, but I don't see anything when I research it. I don't see anything about it. There he goes. He's going to get him some mice, some bloodworms. Yeah. I always feed him over there away from those babies. The knife, well, he was going to go in the 180 also, but it's not set up for him yet. I mean, like hidey places and all that. And now he's doing the shed thing, so if I did get it set up somewhat, I still don't want to put him over there with this going on. It's obviously not contagious, it's just worrisome. Cories are cool. What kind do you have, Jake? There's so many different kinds of them, a few hundred. The knife is really good at getting all those pieces that see him going through the roots of the plants. And he eats whatever I put in. He can eat the jumbo shrimp, krill. Spit it up. See that? He's already got most of it off, whatever it is, but I haven't done anything because there's really nothing to treat. He's just like sloughing off like new scales or new skin under there, so. Yeah, I sometimes wonder, it would be like an Amber question, but never saw it do it. Well, they never did it. I had two of them, and I lost one, a few months ago. And I think they were both the same sex because they really never got along. But he used to fit in there with the other one, and I just haven't taken that out. But he can't get in that pipe now. They were small, like you see them in the store. But my goal is to get him over in that 180 so he has a big tank. This is just a 29, and it's really not big enough for him any longer. But I do want to get my almost everything out of here. I do want to get the tetras out as well. And see, the babies have hit the dirt. There's an Otocinclus. Babies have gone down in the fry and under the rocks and stuff. His mom's not there and he is. Yeah, he's picking up all those pieces. I don't know, Carrie. I can't find anything about it. It is very worrisome, but he did it before, at least once. I know they grew up with the plants and they didn't ever bother them. But yeah, he usually likes to hide up there in those plants, and he also gets behind there and sleeps between that tunnel, that cave, and there's that other little female that spawned in this pot. And yeah, see him back off because he knows he's not supposed to go over there. She's not right there right now. If she is, I don't see her in the area. Oh, she is there. Sorry. She's under that sponge with them. And she will mess him up if he gets too close to that corner. Okay. She had gone back and picked him up. Yeah, these guys have pretty big mouths. I think it's a myth that they can only eat small things, because I can put a whole jumbo shrimp in there and he's on it. It's hard to see their mouths because they're black like them. But there we go. He has no trouble finding this food. It's grown like crazy. Well, most of this is over. Look, see, it's all off of his back. Not sure if he's trying to rub against that or if he's just doing a knife fish thing. I love how they can go backwards just as fast, and they rely a lot on their lateral line in their electrical system and all that. All right. So let's see. Who's next? I've got so many tanks I haven't even looked at today. So if we walk up on a dead fish, or like we walked up on the blue damsel, the neon blue damsel, and the 125 that's beat up, that's happened since yesterday, because I do try to see all the fish. And see, she's blind, but she knows I'm here to feed her. So come on over, young lady. You're a piggy. You just want her food. You just want her food. Here she comes. No. Sometimes she doesn't want to be fed near them, and she'll just stay in her area, and I go to her, and this looks like it may be one of those times. Come on, get away. Don't you bite. Don't you bite. Go on. Go on, let her eat. There we go. I hope you guys saw that. She's still holding on to it. She took the whole pipette down. She's a good eater, thank God. Uh-oh. Woke Toby baby up. Woke Toby up. Toby woke up. Yep. Alright, now she's more out here in the open. The barbs are going crazy over there wanting something. She's still grinding up food, see? So wait a minute. Don't want to rush her. It's kind of like feeding a baby. You got to wait till they swallow that bad. Hey, Mark. Hey, Pam. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. You get out of the way. Come on back around. Come on. Come on. Let's get this. You need at least 2 of them. Come on. Toby. She's still chewing. Let's give this to the barbs. Toby. Toby Jet. Toby Jet. He didn't bring me one. It's nice. Okay, I think she's ready. I think she might be ready. She definitely senses me as well. Come on, you gotta stop. Stop your twirling. Here we go, here we go. She got a little of it, but not all. She likes the krill also. She can take a big piece of that. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Settle down. Settle down, Toby. Settle down. What you need? Huh? What you need? What you need, boy? Alright. Yeah, those barbs were going in the 182, so the 180 filled up faster than I thought it would. Alright. I think probably what I should be doing is holding the camera with the other hand. Let's see, I got a giant beta here of some kind. That has a great appetite. He has plants and snails. So I have to make sure I feed enough for his snails. He interacts as much as you can interact through the glass. Toby with the other fish. I saw Father Fish say the other day he was giving somebody some beta advice. Toby, look here. Look here. People want to see you. Yeah? Is it that water bowl, baby? Is that it? Here he goes. He needs a drink. That's what it is. Sexy feet now. That's all. He wants it out of the way. Just needed a little swig of water. Now, bless it. That's better. Just needed a swig. Oh, you want some too. Here you go. There you go. Just because she has it, you want it. Alright, which way to go next? I'm going to try holding this with the right hand. See if that doesn't help me. Nelson's been being up more lately. I hope his partial brumation is about over. Bitterlings. Toby. Toby. Dermot's still watching Yazzie. Haha. Yeah. Most of this food I'm putting in will go to the Hoplo cats. There's two of those big old guys. But the bitterlings and the gold white clouds, there's a bunch of those guys in here. Somewhere up there. We'll eat all they want of it as well. Algae under the light. Sexy legs again. We're just rambling and walking, looking, coming and going. Come on in. I guess Dharma had rather watch the dog than eat bloodworms. Apparently. Yeah, I really should spend more time with her. She's such a smart fish. Really should. Nelson's on the way back, but there's all these things in his way now. It's in the trail, huh? Got 3 kinds of food, and it's got calcium on it, so it looks really funky. You guys have eaten. Let's see. I didn't feed this bottom tank. That would have got the rainbows out, huh? Guess they wondered why I didn't. Toby. There are a couple of eels in here as well, and I always forget to mention that. I put food over by the Hey AK, over by the wave maker, so it kind of blows it across here. There are some plecos. Look at that guy. Look at that. Oh, that's on the outside. That was, let me get that off there. Dried bloodworm or something. But I don't see the eels. Usually they come right up front when I feed. I see one back there on the bottom. Yeah, I've got 2 big eels in another tank, and these are the same kind of eels. I think they're tire tracks, just smaller versions. All right, one more. Again. Let's see. Only 4 more tanks in here. Just my mop bucket in there to bleach every day. I had carpet in this room and I had it taken out a while back and linoleum put down. It was the smartest thing with these old dogs I've ever done. Just bleach a couple of times a day, and it smells bleachy, but it's clean. These are the swordtails, a few mollies and a few platies. These guys are getting big. Water changed forthwith. Oh, thanks, Steve. This also has those rare catfish. I showed them the other day. Chinese highway cats. Only 2 of them showed up, so. There's also pea puffers in here. Here's one. Adult pea puffers, and they do incredibly well. I had no place really to, these are tub fish. They came out of a tub last summer. Yeah. No, summer before last. Because last summer my tub was taken away with the tornado and everything in it. So these guys are coming up on a year and a half, be 2 years old this summer. Lily, take care if you're leaving. I see Carrie saying bye. Or maybe Carrie's leaving. It's super hard. Bye, Lily. I see Elite Recon. I'm looking forward to a live stream from you, Lily. I lost him. There he is, the pea puffer. Can you believe that, Diva? I think there are 3 in here. It is not a brackish water tank, it's fresh water. I've always kept them in fresh. They're swordtails primarily. See you soon, Lily. Thank you so much. She's such a sweet lady. She loves her fish. Yeah, there are 3 in here, so I never know. There's a Synodontis cat back there, discreetly getting things. I don't see any of the plecos. It looks like I spilled something down the front there. Who knows? Yeah, like a lot of tanks, these need to be. Uh-oh, Dylan. Need to be weeded out. But, you know, if you don't do that, they just fall down, and if you've got substrate, they will. I've got to switch hands back for a bit. I keep hitting the volume or something. I'll cut the video off in a minute, probably. There's one of the platies. Kind of incognito there. Yeah, I had platies and swords in the tank, but I had mollies in here when I brought them back in and had to get them out of a tin. They were in black water. I mean, it was really, really black water from all the tannins of the leaves and stuff. Hey, Tibby. Tibby said hello. Tibby wants to go back in there and feed fish, huh? Yeah. Well, we got plenty to feed in there. I'll be back. I'll be back. Alright, so we got killifish in here. Silver tip tetras. Longfin cories. Lots of big killies in here. See, there's one behind the... They love to do their wild behavior and hang out till something... There's 2 big ones under there. Something comes their way and they ambush it. Wish we could get a little of that action because they're so fast.